In 2023, Coach Justin Rogers and the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets were crowned the king of 5A. None of it would have been possible without the help of his queen, Melissa Rogers. We have to start with what's around your neck. This necklace is everything to me. State champion, undefeated. How much of a whirlwind was that year for you guys?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. That was our second year at Thomas County, and so it was just absolutely amazing. There's just no other word, just amazing. It was kind of like one of those things. It was like, okay, we're winning, and we're like on this major high, and it's like, okay, but when are we gonna? You don't want to say it, but when are we gonna have that first loss?
Because you don't want it to be
Mercedes-Benz. Right. And so you're like, okay. Oh my gosh! And then we played that Rome game. And it was, it came down to like a field goal. And then the next game, and then we got to Mercedes-Benz, and it was nuts. It was awesome.
When for you did it become realistic? Like, okay, these guys have a shot at state.
Well, so at the beginning of the season, Justin, he just was like, well, I don't know, he always second guess everything, and I'm always like, whatever, you got it. He's like, Melissa, you think we could beat the Falcons? So I'm like, absolutely. So I guess definitely after the Rome game was, because that was an awesome game, and I was like, we got this. We got it. The kids are just, they're 1,000% bought in, and it's on. We got it.
The day of state, you wake up with your children, y'all have breakfast. Like, walk me through that day from the time y'all wake up to the time y'all are holding that trophy at the end of the night.
Oh, goodness. So we actually went up with a team and stayed, I forgot the name of the hotel. We stayed there a couple times. But anyway, so we stayed there at the hotel. We got up with the team. They went and did walkthrough. The kids and I are, right there. Well, we didn't go to the walkthrough. We kind of stay in our own little separate spot. Get dressed, get ready, and then, of course, my parents were there. Justin's parents were there. We're all at the stadium, and then that game, like, I felt like it was going to be forever before we got to start playing because I think it was at Perry that was playing before
That
us.
was a late game. I
remember it was
that.
Really late. So we ended up playing then, and so Justin and I have this like thing that we do before the game. Every game we've done it since he was at Griffin, and I just give him a kiss before the game on the sideline. Of course, before he was a head coach, I had to do it on the outskirts, but whatever. So we did that. I get up and I'm like, you got this, babe, and there's a really cool picture of us, and it's actually before the game, and it's like both of us with this huge smile, and everyone thinks it was like after we won, and it was actually from before the game. So we get in stands, they score, and I'm like, we got this. And so then, of course, we were rushing the field afterwards, and then just seeing those kids, and it was amazing.
What kind of nerves did you feel, or do you feel nerves before every game?
Oh yeah, girl.
Okay.
Yes, I am in kind of a tizzy a little bit before the game.
Yeah.
It's there's just so much, and I think we put more pressure on ourselves than anything because we want to for our community. We want it for our community. We want it for those kids, and all the work that goes into it. So then it's like you get in the stands and you're like, oh, I'm depending on these 14 to 18-year-old kids, And so, it is a little nerve-wracking at times.
Weeks leading up to the game, is it like, okay, he left his socks on the floor, it's not that big of a deal. Like,
right.
Let me just suck it up, we're going to win state. Like how do you navigate that space?
And it was so weird because it's like during the week.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not like a real like Friday night. Yeah, exactly. Everything's like, okay, well, we're going to state. Let's my kids had their state shoes. Like we got state shoes, we got state outfits, we got the whole thing. So everybody was ready to go. But yeah, just getting there was.
Yeah. When y'all took the job at TCC, what was Coach Rogers, did he share with you like his goals?
So, a funny story. Okay, so we met when he was at Griffin, and I actually lived in Conyers. And then he won the state championship at Griffin when he was the OC there. We were at Jones, is where we got married when we were there at Jones County. And we used to go down to Mexico Beach with one of our offensive coordinators here, the Dudleys. And so we were actually on the way down to Mexico Beach, and we drove through Thomasville. And he was like, Melissa, I want to show you where my dream job is. And I was like, down here, you know, like I grew up in the city. You want to move me all the way down to South Georgia? So I was like, this isn't really where you want to be. And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I mean, whatever. If it works out, it works out. And so then we got the job at Colquitt after Jones. And, you know, all of a sudden, like the job came open at TCC, and he was like, Melissa, I want to go for it. I'm like, well, go ahead, babe. You know, I mean, do it. And so there we are. We're at his dream job. And, you know, we go in that first year, and we run the region. And then the next year we won the state championship. So it's been amazing. I mean, it's been such a great ride so
You
far.
kind of answered my question a little bit. I was going to ask you if TCC seems like a forever place for you guys. Every time I speak with Coach Rogers, you can tell he loves being a Yellow Jacket.
Yes. So one thing is we have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, and then I have a stepdaughter that she's at the University of Alabama. But with my two, they love it there. And so I really hope and pray that that's where we get to stay forever, because I really want my kids to graduate from there. They have such a close-knit little group of friends, and it's just, I mean, it's such a family, like all the way around, the whole community. I mean, everybody is just amazing. They're great to our family. And just the friendships and things that my kids have made, it's a great fit for us.
Even off the field, I talked with Coach Rogers about the new indoor facilities coming. He's very excited about that. To see them, the community buy-in, the administration buy-in, how good does it feel to have that type of support when going to a new place?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to have that. So it has been, I mean, just wonderful. From the top with Dr. Williams, she's just been so supportive. I mean, she's like another mom, you know, like, so she's been so supportive. Our board has been so supportive. I mean, they're there every Friday night cheering us on anytime we ever need anything. I mean, and I think that goes for anybody, you know, not just because we're football and, you know, whatever. I really feel like if anybody calls them and, hey, you know, I need this or I need that, or can you help me with this? I mean, it literally is that saying, like, I'm just a phone call away. Like, that's what it feels like for everybody.
You talked about not necessarily South Georgia being desirable to you, but I heard you played softball at ABAC.
I did.
How long did you play softball there? Did you go all 4 years? Or
No, so I went there in '97 and played there for 2 years, and then went back home, and kind of didn't know what I wanted to do, but I helped coach softball and soccer where I graduated from Rockdale in Conyers.
Okay.
So I did that, and then actually went into sales, and then got my teaching degree after that. And so then I helped with coaching cheerleading at Heritage High School with one of my girlfriends there. So, but yeah, so I only played those 2 years, but my whole life I played softball.
So how was it coming back to South Georgia? I guess maybe it wasn't a full circle moment when y'all got to Colquitt.
It was, I mean, because we had kids, it was nice. Just that slower pace, kind of more family oriented. Now I will tell you, I miss my stores.
I know that all too well.
It's like, you know, at first it was kind of like a culture shock, because I was like, okay, where's Target? Where's the Target?
Yeah. Where is it?
So, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's not that far away. So just, yeah, but it's been nice with especially with the kids.
Coming to such a storied program, following behind Rush Probst, who had so much winning there, what type of pressure did that bring, if any?
It was a lot. It was a whole lot. And it was such a divided community too. Just, because there were so many people that loved Rush. And then, there were other people that were, ready for a change, I guess. It was definitely a very divided community. So it was very tough. I often tell people I could write a book about my time there. It just was a lot of things that went on that, probably.
What were some of those things that you and your family had to deal with?
Well, there were a lot of negative things said to us. And I mean, when you're standing on the sideline with both your kids in your hands, it's hard. It's hard not to stand up for your husband and stand up. I mean, you got your children there, and they're talking stuff about your dad, their dad. So that was tough. But I mean, there are a lot of amazing people in Moultrie. I think that everything is about fit, and I know that we wouldn't have the success that we have had here if we hadn't been there, because they did a lot of amazing things. Just the way that the program was run, from the nutrition to the, just the game day preparations and practices, and so they did a lot of great things. And Justin was able to take those things and bring them to TCC and be so successful so far.
Have you ever responded to a fan or said something to someone back, maybe on social media or something, like sticking up for your husband and what he does?
So Justin is very much against that.
Okay.
And it is very hard. There have been many moments where it's like, ooh, let me type this. Ooh, let me delete this. Okay, let me type this. I need to delete this. There have been very, a ton of those moments.
Yeah.
So, no, not really. Not really any that I can really think of. I've kind of given the side eyes and the glares and that kind of thing, but never. You just you can't.
How much patience does that teach you?
A lot. A lot. I know Justin, he's always so funny though. He'll be like, you can talk about whoever you want to, but don't talk about me, because my wife will get you. But I think it's the glare that they get, and they are like, oh, okay, she means business.
Thankfully, I've never been on the side of that glare, but I can imagine it's.
Yes.
Yeah. In an interview I saw that Coach Rogers did, he said when y'all moved there, I think Janie Kate was 9 weeks old. How are you balancing a newborn, a toddler, and then going to such a storied program?
So when we moved, when Justin got the job at Colquitt, Janie Kate she was about 9 weeks old, yeah. I was finishing my specialist, packing up a house, selling a house, and moving to Moultrie. And so it was a lot. People don't realize what goes into being a coach's wife, there's a lot of other people that have jobs that take,
of course,
but it really is a lot. It takes a lot to, I've packed up a lot of houses now.
Is this something where he came down to Moultrie and y'all stayed up north, and then y'all met him down here? So how long was that?
He came down in April, and we moved down in the middle of June, I think. So yeah.
So you were by yourself? Did
With
you have
two
your
babies.
Parents help you?
No. So my parents, at the time, they were about an hour and a half from where we lived in Gray, and so now they're 3.5 hours away. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, we don't have family down here. It's just us.
So how did you juggle it when he was down here and you were up there? What did that day look like?
Oh, goodness.
Balancing school, motherhood.
Yeah, you just do it. It's just one of those things you just do. What was crazy is both of our kids went to 2 different places, because Janie Kate went to an in-home daycare because she was only going to be there till the end of the school year. So we had her in home, and Cooper went to a daycare. So I would drop Janie Kate off, I would drop Cooper off, I would go to work. Because I worked at the high school then and did special education there. And then, I would pick them up and pack and do homework and, get them in bed and
dinner, all the things.
Yes, all the things.
Special education. How did you get into that?
So my degree is actually in early childhood. And I wanted to go to the high school. And so special education certifies you K through 12. So I didn't have to get like a science add-on or anything like that. I could do the special education. And so I do inclusion then. And so that was kind of how I got into that.
I always say to be a teacher, to be an educator, you have to be special. But to do special education, you really have to be have an amazing heart.
I love kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I've taught pre-K, kindergarten, fourth grade.
Kindergarten.
Girl, no, that's not for me. That is not for me. But I've done pre-K, kindergarten, fourth, and then the high school. And the high school is definitely where it's at.
Really?
Yes.
That's what you think?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love it. So, and I know it's a little different with my husband being the football coach. So those kids kind of have a different, I guess, like respect towards me.
Yes.
But yeah, I love it. Those relationships, and I mean, I love it. Hey, Miss Rogers, or they come and give me hugs, and I mean, just not even my football boys, but all the kids. So I just think it's so important to build those relationships with those kids.
Now, when did you decide to get out of just the normal classroom aspect?
So this job that I have now is with the athletic academics, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I watched, what is that show that it's one of those college football shows where, anyway, there was a girl on there and that was kind of what she did. And I was like, ooh, I like that. I want to do that.
Netflix shows like Last Chance You?
Yes, that
Our
one.
Our producer in my ear. Thanks, girl. She
yes, that one. So, yes, that show, and I was like, ooh, I like that. I want to do that right there. That's right up my alley. And so I kind of did it on the side. Like I've always pulled our football grades and everything. Mm-hmm. And so now I do all athletes. And so I'm loving it. This is my first year doing it. I'm loving it. Just because those kids sports is what I've always known. So, yeah, and I pull them from class when they need help and kind of like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up with your grade? And but then I also get to cheer them on, like, hey, I saw you brought up that grade, like that's awesome. And so they've got somebody in their corner, always watching and helping them.
What is it like working so closely with your husband?
It really is nice to be do we have our moments? Of course. But yeah, it's really nice because his hours are nuts. Sunday he goes in right after church. He won't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning. Mondays.
On a Sunday?
Yes.
So do you take him lunch? Do they have lunch?
They have lunch.
Okay.
Yeah. His new thing is he stops by and gets a pub sub from Publix.
Okay.
And then they have dinner for him. So, and then Mondays it'll be the same thing. 1 o'clock in the morning before he gets home. And Tuesdays is a little earlier. They usually get home around 11:30.
Early.
Yeah, earlier.
Early.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, around between 9 and 10, 11 sometimes. And then Thursdays are usually kind of his night at home. He helps coach whatever home game is, whether it's ninth grade or JV. He'll do that and then come home after that. And then Friday's the game.
Walk me through a Friday night.
Oh. So I'll walk you through our whole day Friday.
Okay.
So Friday mornings, we have a little family tradition. We all get up and go to Waffle House.
Nice.
Every Friday morning before the game.
What's your order?
Well, lately, I'm not a breakfast person.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll get an order of hash browns, but typically they get the All-Star.
Can't go wrong there.
Yeah. They get the All-Star and split it, grits, bacon, and then they have to have a well done bacon and a well done waffle. And then my little girl gets a waffle.
Okay.
But if I'm hungry, I'll get a side of hash browns, but that's about it. So we do that. I take the kids to school. The team goes to breakfast. They have a church that feeds them every game day, a different church, and so which is really good. So and then they do a little devotion with them. They do that, and I've kind of gotten in the habit now. I help pass out some of the stuff. like when they come back and get all their things ready from after breakfast. So that, and then you know, Justin's just kind of getting things ready, and I kind of go to my office and do my thing, and then the kids are off the bus, and my little boy is with Justin, and my daughter goes with me. And I'm one of those though, like we run home, we change clothes, we let the dog out, and I go back. I can't just sit there because that nervous energy, I just can't sit at home and be like, oh, well, I'll show up at game time at 7 o'clock or whatever. So, and then it's game on. Plus my little girl is all into the taping now. She has a little trainer bag that she carries.
I saw that on Facebook.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Aw.
So she's all into wanting to help. So she helps the staff with that, and she goes and tapes wrists, and then my little boy's a ball boy.
I've seen him. I see him running around practice sometimes too.
Yes.
How nice is it to have just a place where your kids feel comfortable, they want to be a part of? Because it could be like, oh, my kids hate sports, and that would just be terrible because it's y'all's life.
Yes. So that is wonderful. Now, Cooper, I mean, since he could put a ball in his hand, he has had a football in his hand, of course. And he actually is playing padded football now. So he's 3 days a week. So Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are his football days, but he's loving it. And then of course, Jane and Kate, she's just all into it. She loves being around the boys. She's hilarious. She talks so much trash to them as a 6-year-old. I'm like, where did you come up with that? So she's funny.
Now, throughout the week, you talk about those hours, those long hours, church on Sundays. Is that something like a non-negotiable, like we're going to the house of the Lord on Sundays?
We do our very, very best to get there. Now, we are not 1000% all the time, but we do our best. Yes. I mean, my little boy also plays baseball, so he's playing travel baseball too. And so sometimes that like leads over a little bit too late on a Saturday. But yeah, we do our best to get there.
Now, throughout the week, travel baseball, you have football on top of TCC football. How often does Coach Rogers get to come and support Cooper?
Surprisingly, he is helping coach his little football team.
That's so
it
sweet.
is awesome.
How can he do all of that? Oh my gosh.
So they actually practice at Central.
Okay.
And so they practice after his practice. So they'll have practice, typically 6:30. They do that, and then like last night, they had a game. The game was at 6, which was in the middle of his practice. So as soon as his practice was over, he jumped in the truck and came over. And so he was there like right after halftime, and went out there and coached. It's awesome. So he really tries his best. I will say that about him is he is very much a family person. Like he wants to be there as much as he can. He doesn't have any other hobbies. Like football's his hobby, and his family is, like when he can be there for his family, he's there. So.
Now I've been at a few practices, and I say one thing about TCC's practice. I'm not going up in between the lines. Like, I'm staying on the sidelines. I know Coach Rogers is going to get me before or after practice. He's not going to come during practice. No problem. I get that. Totally fine. He's always great. Always so appreciative of our coverage. But he runs a tight ship with that headset on. Is he like that at home?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, I run it at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are the head coach at home.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, no, I'm like, it's typical. I mean, go put your shoes up. I mean, like, come on, put your shoes up. Like, let's go.
Yeah. When I was going through his Facebook, in my head, I was like, Coach Rogers kind of like a lover boy. And I never really knew that. I saw some of the posts he would make about you, like on Valentine's Day. I saw something with the roses, and then they got the rings. I'm like, this is so sweet. Yeah. I actually wrote one of them down. What did I write? Happy Mother's Day to the real head coach. We love you so much and would be lost without you. Thank you for being so great to us and all our extended family of boys. Also love you.
Oh.
How important is it when your husband is in a profession that pulls so much to be not only choose the right partner just in marriage, but someone who sees you amongst all of the chaos y'all have going on?
Yeah, that is very important. He does a really good he is. He's a good husband.
Yeah.
He is. And he drives me crazy at times, but he really is. He's very like huggy, lovey, that kind of thing. He probably is going to kill me for saying that. But
I don't know if everyone really knows that about him. This is new to me.
Yes. He's very affectionate. So, yeah, he's a sweet guy.
Last question. I'm being told we have to wrap up. This is
Okay.
a great conversation. I can just tell you just love everything about this life.
Yes. It's great.
How do you feel like God called you to be a coach's wife, a mother?
Apparently so.
Yes.
Yes. No, I really do. It's the craziest thing. Like, I often ask myself, like, what? I mean, it is what it is. Like, I do. I love it. And those kids are like my kids. Like, I treat them like my kids. And, and I often am like, I hope their parents don't think that I'm like this crazy psycho lady, but I really do. I love those kids, and I just love being around them.
No, it goes a long way, and obviously it's working because y'all still undefeated. So
yes,
very
we
exciting. Their state championship rumblings, love to hear them.
Yes.
And I'm just excited to see how far they can go again this year.
Yes.
You're awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.